Good evening. I would like to welcome you to our 2021 graduation ceremony at historic Ogle Stadium, home of the Decatur Red Raiders. You may be seated. What a joy it is tonight to join our students, faculty, families, and community in celebrating our 2021 Decatur High graduates. This past year has taught us not to take anything for granted. This year has brought about many challenges that we have faced as a district and a nation. Challenges that have been tough to say the least, but through it all, we have been blessed to have dedicated leadership who not only supported us in opening our doors for traditional learning, but provided multiple options to help put our parents and community at ease during a year-long pandemic. This was not an easy task, but one that was made possible due to our devoted district leaders. At this time, it is my honor to recognize our Superintendent, Dr. Michael Douglas, Deputy Superintendents, Dr. Yvette Evans, and Mr. Dwight Satterfield. Also joining us tonight are our Decatur City School Board members. We would like to recognize our school board members at this time. Board President, Mrs. Michelle Gray King. She represents District 1 and has served on the board since 2008. Vice President, Mrs. Peggy Baggett. She represents District 2 and has served on the board since 2016. Board member, Mr. Doug Backus. He represents District 3 and has served on the board for this year. Board member, Mr. Dwight Jett Jr. He was unable to be with us, but he represents District 4 and has served on the board since 2000. Board member, Mr. Jason Palmer. He represents District 5 and has served on the board for 1 year. We thank you for your service to the students of Decatur City Schools. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the AIM Education Coordinator, Dr. Rachel Poovey. Dr. Poovey will bestow the diplomas to the graduates of the AIM program.
Thank you, Ms. Russell. The AIM program of Decatur City Schools works with students in kindergarten through age 21 who have diverse learning skills and may need additional support to succeed academically and transition to career opportunities after high school. AIM stands for Achieve, I, Inspire, and M, Motivate. It is with great pride that we celebrate our graduates and how they have achieved in so many aspects of life, inspired others toward success, and continue to be motivated and motivate others to succeed as they leave school and begin their adult lives. First, thank you to the families of our graduates. You are the greatest cheerleaders and advocates for our students. Thank you to the many Decatur City Schools administrators, teachers, paraprofessionals, and additional support staff who have assisted in making this day possible. We are especially grateful to the faculty of Decatur High School for warmly welcoming us into our building. To the students of Decatur High School who have laughed with us at lunch tables, cheered with us in spirit lines, and have given fist bumps and high fives to celebrate success, thank you for not forgetting us this year. While we have not gotten to be together as much this year, Decatur High students and teachers have made an extra effort to keep us included. To the Decatur High seniors, you have been models of kindness and friendship over these years. Our students will carry these memories with them as they graduate. It is our hope that you will continue these trends as you see these graduates working beside you, shopping with you, and enjoying the many activities adult life has to offer. Take time to stop and say hello to them and introduce them to a friend, and help them to continue to successfully navigate our community as they too gain this new independence in adult life. And finally, to our graduates, your school family is unbelievably proud of you. You have worked hard to get to this day, and there is more to learn. The AIM Decatur family is forever here to support you and love you. We are forever grateful for all that you have taught us. You remind us to live well, be kind, and never take an opportunity for granted because we may miss a chance to see greatness. To all of our graduates, we believe that you are truly achievers. You inspire us daily, and you motivate us to be better people every day. AIM seniors, please come when your name is called to receive your diploma.
Woody Fowler. Carolyn Higdon. Deanna James.
Dr. Douglas, I present to you the class of 2021 AIM graduates and certify that each graduate has completed all the requirements prescribed by the Alabama State Department of Education and the Board of Education for Decatur City Schools. Congratulations, AIM 2021.
Before I introduce our senior class president, I would like to share a few brief words. I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank all of the members of the Decatur City Schools and Decatur High School, faculty, and staff that made this evening possible. I would like to thank Superintendent Dr. Michael Douglas, the Board of Education, Mr. Dwight Satterfield, Mr. Dustin Free, the maintenance staff, Mr. Donnie Wilkins and his custodial staff, Mrs. Emily Elam and the IT staff, along with the countless other support staff that have been incredible in the past few months. I would especially like to thank Ms. Christy Parker, our faculty senior sponsor, for her hard work and dedication. Thank you, Christy. I would also like to recognize our Decatur High School faculty and staff. In a year that has been one of the most challenging in the history of education, you never gave up. If anything, you were more determined than ever to give all that you had to our students. This year, unlike ever before, I witnessed teachers and staff members pulling together in true teacher fashion and solving problems that had never been addressed before. One can't even imagine what they had to overcome to make this year a success. You will definitely always be remembered as the ones who continued to make a difference in a world that was struggling to find its way during a global pandemic. I thank you. In this group of extraordinary faculty and staff, I would like to recognize those retiring this year. And when I call your name, please stand. Mr. Michael Bobbitt and Mr. Scott Hale. Also, I would like to recognize our Teacher of the Year, and would she please stand, Ms. Kimberly Evans. And now to the class of 2021. As my first year as principal of Decatur High School, we entered this new year together with lots of challenges and uncertainties. The class of 2020 had their year cut short due to the onset of the pandemic, but it was you, the class of 2021, that would have the most challenging year of all. This year has been filled with many firsts: face mask, routine hand sanitizer, social distancing, eating lunch in your classrooms, Google Meets, virtual, blended, and even traditional learning. I think we can all agree that the class of 2021 has been affected the most. When reflecting upon this past year, it saddens me knowing this was not the senior year many of you would have hoped for, nor the senior experience you have looked forward to all of your life. But through it all, I could not have asked for a more supportive and cooperative group. As the year passed by, we continued to make the best out of a difficult situation. We had the option to return to school, attended athletic events, made adjustments to our homecoming festivities, attended band concerts, held awards day ceremonies, prom, picnics, and even graduation. I think we can all agree that even though we may not have had a not so normal year, we learned to enjoy those special moments that did take place. We learned to appreciate the little things that we had once taken for granted, which in turn possibly led us to enjoying them just a little more. But tonight, here we are, at the end of this journey. And as I look across this field, I cannot help but smile. Each of you will have quite a story to tell your children one day. The story of a class that against all odds persevered and never gave up. A class that learned to find ways to accomplish much more than any class before you. A class that will go down in history as the ones who not only survived a pandemic, but overcame it. I wish you all the very best as you enter this new chapter in your life. I hope you remember that whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything that you have faced, all the battles that you have won, and all the fears that you have overcome. Show this world what you have to offer. After all, you are the class of 2021, the class to be remembered. It is now my pleasure to introduce the senior class president, Emily Ann Vogt, to share the senior class highlights. Emily is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Lee Vogt. She is actively involved in the Decatur High School class of 2021. She is a member of the Student Council, Future Business Leaders of America, HOSA, Edge Leadership Program, National Honor Society, National English Honor Society, Key Club, Environmental Club, National Social Studies Society, Mu Alpha Theta, FCA, First Priority, and she is an AIM peer tutor. She has been awarded the Presidential Volunteer Award, the Decatur High Academic Letter, and multiple pins. Please join me in welcoming Emily Ann Vogt.
Well, guys, we did it. After 4 fourth-place homecoming trophies, 3 principals, 2 schools, and 1 global pandemic, we finally get to walk across this stage and start a new chapter in our lives. It has been a long 4 years and a short 4 years. Long because of the drama, the homework, the early mornings and late nights, and the last-minute assignments we would always procrastinate. Short because of the lifelong friendships made, the Friday night lights here in Ogle Stadium, the pep rallies, watching our very own school king perform at the lip sync battles, and the truly amazing, interesting life lessons we've picked up these last 4 years. As a grade, we have persevered through a global pandemic, quarantines, and tackling virtual and blended school, all while trying to have a fun, memorable, and most importantly, normal senior year. We have done the very best we can do despite all of the obstacles placed before us. To start, athletics. Our girls cross country team were Morgan County champs, and our boys had 2 All-Morgan County, 1 All-Northwest, and 1 state qualifier. Our track team had an all-state 400 meters winner and a state qualifier in 4 events. Girls soccer made it to the first round of playoffs this year. Not to mention that they were 3-time Lakeshore champs and were Morgan County champs all 4 years of high school. Our football, baseball, and basketball teams played their hearts out this season, and I am so proud of them. I will also sincerely miss losing my voice while cheering them on in our student section alongside my fellow classmates. This year alone, our band competed and received Best in Class Band, Best in Class Percussion, Best in Class Drum Major, and overall Best in Class Drum Major. As a class, we have remained steadfast in maintaining our high academic standards despite trying to navigate virtual learning. We have 52 National Honor Society members and 6 who scored a 30 or above on the ACT. I cannot express how proud I am of my fellow classmates and how we have handled everything that has been thrown at us. As we close this chapter of our lives, we wish we could see how our futures pan out. However, we cannot skip ahead to the last chapter like we did in Miss Evans and Miss Smith's freshman English while reading Romeo and Juliet to see how it all ends. We do have the ink and paper necessary to complete our stories thanks to Decatur High School. With the love and support of our friends, families, and fellow graduates, our stories will become bestsellers. Roughly 13 years ago, we began a journey that is now coming to an end. A journey that started with those who held tiny versions of our hands as we walked into our first day of kindergarten. Along the way, we have grown and overcome multiple challenges, from learning to tie our shoes, to telling time, to trying to understand the unit circle in Ms. Parker's Algebra 2 class. Our graduation is a tribute, one for those who held our hands along the way and the teachers who encouraged us to do our best. I'd like to say a special thank you to my fellow graduates. Thank you for making our years at Decatur High the best they could possibly be. I will miss you all dearly and cannot wait to see what is in store for us. As the great Mrs. Ann Coggins would say, love ya, big hug, class of 2021, and go Raiders.
Thank you, Emily Ann. Rachel Crowe is Salutatorian for the Decatur High School class of 2021. She is the daughter of Mr. Patrick Crowe and Miss Stacy Crowe. Rachel has received numerous honors and awards throughout her years at DHS. Some of these include All-State Chorus, National Honor Society, National Social Studies Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, National English Honor Society, where she serves as Vice President. Rachel is also a member of the Chamber Choir, the Decatur High School Scholars Bowl team, and the Decatur Austin Robotics Coalition. Rachel plans to attend the University of Alabama in the fall and major in political science. Please welcome the class of 2021 Decatur High School Salutatorian, Ms. Rachel Crowe.
Hello, my name is Rachel Crowe, and I have the privilege of standing before you today as the Salutatorian for the DHS class of 2021. First, I would like to thank all of the teachers, administrators, family members, and friends that have made it possible for us to be here today. We've all been through a lot over the past several years, and we would never have made it here today without help from all of you. When Ms. Parker told me that I was tasked with talking about the past, my first thought was that I will not talk about COVID. Yes, it was a very big part of the last year and a half, but there are so many other wonderful things from our past that I can talk about. Instead of recounting stories about all of the bad things that have happened to us over the past few years, I'm going to focus on all of the good things about our past. I think the thing I'm proudest of about our class is that we've been able to get along with each other. We've had our differences, but at the end of the day, we've worked together when we needed to. For example, we were able to put together homecoming floats that were pretty good, even though we never could manage to get higher than 3rd place in the actual competition. But we still made lots of memories doing it. If we ever needed any help with catching up with missed notes or understanding homework, 9 times out of 10, we were able to find somebody to help us out. If someone needed help studying for a test, it was always easy to find somebody willing to help. AP classes can be especially challenging, but we created study groups that help us stay on top of things. Another good thing about our class is that we support each other in our varied interests. Whenever someone got an achievement announced over the intercom, I remember always hearing cheers and congratulations, even if the person wasn't in the room. For example, when Satchel was awarded Student of the Year, my entire chorus class cheered for him. If one of our teams won a game, the team members were always met with congratulations the next morning. And if they lost, they were offered words of encouragement. We didn't put each other down, but instead focused on building each other up. I think that one thing that was difficult for our class was the transition from the old building to the new one.
We were the last class to attend high school in the whole old building, and we only got it for 1 year. We had just gotten used to navigating the halls of the old school, all the while dealing with exploding floors and other assorted problems, when we were thrust into a new building where we were essentially freshmen all over again. But we learned our way around. I remember that when I first got to the new building, I was still looking for the telltale floor bubbles that signaled that the floor would soon explode. It took me a month or so to stop doing that, but eventually I did. I have to say, I really don't miss those exploding floors. It's easy for students to get tired of school and to be ready to move on to what's next. I know that we're all excited to start the rest of our lives, but I think that we need to remember these last 4 years. I think that we need to look at these past 4 years, learn from our mistakes, and continue doing all of the good things that we've been able to do while we've been here. Before I leave, I'd like to take a moment to say congratulations to everyone graduating today. I know it hasn't been easy for any of us. Not only have we had mountains of schoolwork, but we've also had to deal with personal problems that only made our journey harder. But we've made it. Despite everything that's happened, we've made it. I encourage you to remember everything that has led you to this point and to realize that if you can do this, you can do anything. Congratulations, everyone, and I wish you the best of luck in everything you do. Thank you, Rachel. Colin Nelson is the valedictorian for the Decatur High School class of 2021. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Bill Nelson. Throughout his years at Decatur High School, Colin has been honored with the following awards: DHS Academic Letter, Best in Percussion in the Dixie Pride Marching Classic, the Tennessee Valley Invitational Marching Classic, and the Southern Hospitality Marching Festival. Colin has also been accepted to the Alabama Governor's School, and he is the Mary Shaw Ozier Spirit of Leadership Award recipient, just to name a few. He is a member of the following organizations: Decatur Presbyterian VBS Recreation Team, Edge Student Leadership Program, Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Conference, Mu Alpha Theta, where he serves as Vice President, Decatur High School Band, Decatur High School Percussion Ensemble, Student Council, Decatur High School Baseball Team, First Priority of FCA Leader, National Honor Society, and he serves as the captain of the Decatur High School Varsity Scholars Bowl. Colin is planning to attend the University of Kentucky and pursue a degree in Biosystems Engineering. Please join me in welcoming Colin Nelson, valedictorian of the class of 2021.
Good evening, family, friends, Decatur High faculty and staff, and class of 2021. Although the past 4 years of our lives have brought us much joy, the last year and a half can be unfortunately characterized by a distinct sense of loss, both tangible and intangible. Many of us have endured heartache, attending funerals of family members we held dear, and watching once close friends become suddenly distant strangers. We were unable to see our friends face to face, keeping us from connecting with and enjoying the company of our community. Not only have we suffered as individuals, but as a class as well. Portions of our junior and senior year were taken away. Sports seasons, junior prom, volunteer opportunities, a multitude of senior activities, the list goes on. We have seen teachers and coaches come and go, friends move away. We were mentored by Coach Cooper. We were friends with Amari Deloney. All things considered, we are left with a shadow of the expectations we had for a full high school experience. Loss after loss might have left many of us feeling, quite acutely, the frustration of Solomon in Ecclesiastes, that much of what we use to define ourselves and our experience is vanity, striving after wind. While the pain of these trials cuts deep into our hearts, we should not leave these situations empty-handed. They teach us a beautiful lesson. We are taught to turn our gaze from the things we have lost to the gifts we have been given. After all, the lesson of Ecclesiastes is that what is left for us after the evidence has been weighed is to simply enjoy God, the giver of all good gifts, the God who reconciles us to himself in Jesus Christ so that we can enjoy him and his gifts the way we were meant to. As we step into the next phase of our lives, whether it be university, community college, trade school, the workforce, or a gap year, I want to encourage you. When you fall asleep to rain pattering on the roof and wake up to a bird singing outside, smile a little wider. When you're sitting in Waffle House at 1 a.m. and your friend tells a bad joke, laugh a little harder. When you're driving home on a warm summer night with the windows down, sing along a little louder. When you get up to leave a loved one, look them in the eye and remind them, I love you. Breathe deeply the smell of a crisp autumn morning. Revel in the artistry of sunsets and starry nights. Talk just a moment longer. Hug a little tighter. These little pieces of each day we consider mundane are actually precious. So my challenge to you, cherish each and every one. Because the truth of the matter is this, if we train our eyes only on what we have lost and not what we have been given, we are left with nothing. I leave you with this quote from author Kurt Vonnegut, and I urge you to please notice when you are happy and exclaim or murmur or think at some point, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Before the presentation of diplomas, we want to remind friends and families of our graduates to hold their applause until all of the senior names have been read. We believe that each one of these young men and women deserve the dignity and honor to hear his or her name and receive their diploma in an appropriate manner. Graduation is an important formal ceremony. On behalf of the class of 2021, I ask for you to show respect and support for these outstanding students by refraining from noise during the presentation of diplomas. Class of 2021, on behalf of the Decatur City Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Michael Douglas, and the faculty and staff of Decatur High School, I declare you candidates for graduation and all the rights and privileges, honors therefore bestowed upon you. I will now ask Assistant Principals Dr. Fred Abernathy, Mrs. Michelle Mitchell, and Mr. Michael Bobbitt to assist me in the presentations of diplomas.
Colin James Nelson with honor. Rachel Elizabeth Crowe with honor. Christian Leanne Bailey with honor. Krista Rain Terry with honor. Jamie Elizabeth Brown with honor. Morgan Nicole Brannon with honor. Joshua Batiste Martin with honor. Emily Ann Robertson with honor. Emily Ann Vogt with honor. Sydney Catherine Diaz with honor. Abigail Christine Isabella Alderson with honor. Caitlin Dream Alsop. Nikki Kioki Asher. Madison Lynn Allum. Christopher Stephen Bailey. Deshawnee Katia Bailey. Sydney Marie Barbie with honor. Cameron Aquino Barnes. Irving Caetano Bertrintos. Dakota Wayne Bauer. Victor Francisco Beltran Franco with honor. Daniela Benitez Moreno. Jamarian Cortez Bolding. Ashton Bryn Bowling with honor. Haley Nicole Brody. Fenoria Marquez Brown. Jacqueline Danielle Brownford. Alfred William Bruce III. Skylar Lee Burnsworth. Christian Dante Burt. Keelan James Burton. Malik Cantrell Bird. David Camacho Gonzalez. Celia Sanjuana Camargo with honor. Kayla Nichelle Canfield. Julio Cesar Serta Jr. with honor. Jonathan Allen Chambers with honor. Quentin Emilio Chester. Malaya Nichelle Clayton. Malia. Jonathan Douglas Cobb. Bailey Michelle Collin. Micaiah Shantae Cowan. Michaelin Ann Cowley with honor. Richard Quasantos Venacia. Angel Cruz Soreto. Maria Marita Danforth. Andrew Marcus Davis. Brianna Faith Davis. Naya Raquel Davis with honor. Sarah Caitlin Dees with honor. Alex Franco de la Pena. Leland Renee Deaver. Ilana Diego Francisco. Enrique Ramon Dobson. Evan Russell Doggett. Ricardo Duran Chavez. Daryl Jamar Echols II with honor. Omijah Kenny Irvin with honor. Leobardo Espinoza Jimenez. Michaela Denise Evans. Freddie Felipe Manuel. Monica Felipe. Omar Felipe. Jamari Donshiro Fields. Hayden Elizabeth Fisher. Jonathan Riley Folger with honor. Elijah William Frazier. Emily Fuentes with honor. Haley Janae Fuqua. Briley Jermaine Garth. Shakia Shanae Garth. Tierra Simone Garth. Raven Chantel Glad. Jacob Price Glenn with honor. Benjamin Samuel Glover with honor. Jasmine Lee Goggins. Andrea Brittany Gonzalez. Kiana Nicole Gould. Martez Leandrew Green. Kristen Skylar Gregory. Ashton Clay Harris. Jacoby Lorenzo Harris. Marcus Pierre Harris. Hudson Ford Hatfield. Spencer William Hazard with honor. Nyella DeGlorious Herford. Emmanuel Hernandez Martinez. Catherine Elizabeth Hill. D'Angelo Cortez Hubbard. Aaliyah Nashay Hewlett. Corinthian LaShawn Hewlett. Kenneth Brandon Hunter with honor. Mary Bradford Jackson with honor. Isabel Jimenez Cayanto with honor. Kobe Emmanuel Johnson. Christopher Chase Jones. Ian Richardson Jones with honor. Trinity Alexander Jones. Manuel Jimenez Juan. Adolfo Juan Franco with honor. Violetta Juan Pedro. Juan Juarez Diaz. Michael Tyrone Kellogg. Michaela Alana Kunarasa with honor. Harrison Robert Kincaid. Alex Joseph Kamak with honor. Lataya Reyes Langford. Houston James Ray Leaf. Jakisa Kyara Marie Lester with honor. Naraya Lachey Marie Lester with honor. Amira Faith Lewis. Matthew Gary Lewis. Jakara Renee Long. Caroline Rayleigh Lovelace with honor. Samuel Joseph Lowry. Imonte Ariel Lyle. David Maldonado Palmer. Adal Alexander Martinez. Alma Bernice Martinez Cortez. Charlie Alexandria Matthews with honor. John Carter McCollum. Colin Twain McDaniel. Lucas Payne McKelvey with honor. James Patrick Logan Mears. Adrian Eduardo Melcher Soria with honor. Juan Mendez Andres. Daniela Georgina Mendez Alcarez. Nazar Nariak Middleton. Juan Miguel Bartolo. Daquan Deshade Milan. Deshad Milan. Michaela Jade Mills. Lucas Carter Mobies. Daisy Alcarez Moreno. Elijah Jamon Munford. Cooper Banks Murphy with honor. Jason Nava Gallardo. Meredith Lee Nichols with honor. Citarius Amari Nicole Nickerson. Ethan Allen Noble. Benjamin Cross Norris. Clarice Elizabeth Ornelas. Heaven Christian Orr. Carson Lee Palahatch with honor. Vivian Palomino. Anna Grace Pappenberg with honor. Emma Ruth Parker with honor. Tristan Jean Parata. Gavino Noel Pascual Andres. Rodolfo Pascual Gonzalez. Yesh Bharat Kumar Patel. Jessica Pedro Vicente. Margarita Pedro Manuel. James William Penley IV with honor. Luis Eldorado Perez Ruiz. Yadaria Perez Sanchez. Joseph Elijah Perry. Alan Zachary Picklemeyer. James Anthony Price. Brian DeAndres Rashawn Radford. Juan Furman Ramirez Mateo. Mackenzie Lynn Ray. Gabriela Vega Ramundo. Hunter Shelton Roberts. Jordan Jemiah Robinson. Epps Pierce Rogers. Benjamin David Romine. Louis Angel Rosette. Eli Antonius Ross. Tyshawn Kyrese Russell. Jason Peter Ryan with honor. Samantha Sada with honor. Zoe Janae Sells with honor. Alex Sanchez Garcia. Satchel Fitzgerald Sandifer with honor. Cameron Trace Sandelman. Elvis Sandoval. Alexis Anaí Santiago. Catarana Santiago Miguel. Maximiliano Santoyo Navarro. Lucy Ross Sedlock with honor. Jackson Allen Self with honor. Kobe Elijah Sharpley. Hope Serena Sadal with honor. Maria Celeste Silva. Ernest Samuel Smith. Isaac James Smith. Jack David Smith. Kaylee Michelle Smith. Keyshawn Latrell Smith. Matthew Lee Smith with honor. Tredarius Quintez Smith. Luz Maria Soriano. Bentley Ray Spiegel with honor. Tulawani Eben Spencer. Jada Deshandra Staten. Rayleigh Marie Stover with honor. Levada Andrea Strong. Janaya Kiera Sutherland. Inia Amory Swopes. Anna K. Talley with honor. Decarian Dwayne Tate. Charles Allen Taylor. Zachary Zeth Thomas. Abby Valdez Nava with honor. Brianna Lynn Bandwagon. Antolin Christopher Vinces Gutierrez. Grayson Gregory Vermeer with honor. Tiffany Odessa Benson. Austin Hunter Wallace. Wesley Larson Walter with honor. Emma Rose Weed. Zarin Gerard Williams. Zalyrical Diasia Yarborough.
Students, would you please stand? Dr. Douglas, I present to you the class of 2021 and certify that each graduate has completed all requirements prescribed by the Alabama State Department of Education and the Board of Education of the Decatur City School District. The graduation tassel represents a belonging to a particular class that has completed its goals. The turning of the tassel has become a tradition, used to signify a person's transition from candidate to graduate. Class of 2021, please turn your tassel at this time. Decatur High School is a place of many great traditions. After the singing of the alma mater, we will signify your graduation with a shot from our historic cannon. The firing of the cannon will initiate the tossing of your caps into the air. Ladies and gentlemen, and graduates of the class of 2021, you are now on Ogle Stadium Cannon Alert.
Through the years